Should we move
Deep.
on to the next item on our list?
I'm curious what yours is. Yeah, first one. Go for it.
All right. The banks are not as organized or as professional as you may think.
Well, organizations that have been around for a century should not be this dysfunctional.
Again, like I would assume like the banks we deal with are all listed companies. They're big organizations employing the best talent, paying a huge amount of wages. My expectations in property would be that they would be more organized and professional. My finding is it's an absolute shit show.
I'm laughing because of the pain. I'm reliving on every single purchase, every single refinance on this. This was totally unexpected. It was like there should just be like this manual. It's just like this is how it works, and then just everyone talks to each other and just system. And it's just I'm like I can't believe how barbaric and unorganized it is. Like to the point that have you ever looked at it going, surely this is just like this situation now, and this is going to get better in a couple of years, as if it was like just unique at that time.
Yeah. So during what we would call the pandemic period at the start, I was like, cool, I totally get it. Like the whole environment has changed.
Yep.
Like this is an unusual thing. We'll just bear with it. However, shouldn't be everything all the time, every property, every refinance, all of it.
I love this so much. Have you actually had a situation where it hasn't been? It's almost like now you're prepped for how unexpectedly challenging it is. Have you actually had one situation like that was smooth? That was amazing. There is a bank that exists. There is one person here that can communicate appropriately to me and tell me exactly what I need to sign, when I need to sign it, and where I need to be.
No, I don't feel at all. Huge gaps in staff training, huge gaps with people handover. And I mean, I can share some stories here, and I wonder if you can tick this box. Have you at all had a bank come to you and say, hey, we lost some documents, I need you to do this again?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Have you at all had say like, we've had a person change over here and we don't know what we're doing, we're going to have to start this over?
Yes.
Interesting. Like, do you not, like, a little bit concerning?
Have you ever had, we sent it via internal mail and we've lost it, can you sign it again?
Yeah, completely.
Have you ever had, we never seen a trust before. I'm just going to figure out what I need to do with this.
Yeah, the trust one's a big one.
Oh my gosh.
I would even say the biggest, to the point where we've been into a branch to sign documents and had a branch manager say that they can't do it, only to be back in front of the same branch manager who then was like, I didn't know I could do it.
Dude, oh my God. Yeah. It's so painful. You're reliving so many wounds right now. Why do you think it is? I'm curious, your personal opinion. Why do you think of organizations that do this thousands of times a year? Thousands. Like this is not they just do it once a month and that's the challenge. It's just because it's not repeatable as much. Why do you think this still exists? Is it part of the beauty of making it challenging for people to get debt? Is there a reason behind this, or is this just not a priority for them to fix?
Well, they're still getting paid, right? Have you ever had I'll go to the end game of this and go, have you ever actually said no to a bank while in the process of getting a loan done and then gone somewhere else?
No. I almost did, but I did not.
We'll see how you almost did.
Almost, yeah, they had me hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, so do you remember, like, this has changed since, and I will say it has become interesting, but in the area I grew up, you could only get phone reception from Telstra.
Yep.
So you had to have a plan with Telstra if you wanted to use your phone. What was the incentive for them to make it better? Still paid them every month.
Zero. Yeah.
So they would be, from that point of view, looking at there. So I do think to a large degree, a lot of the banks are aware of the leverage they have and how much you need the finance.
You need me more than I need you.
Completely. And when you're looking at a deal, let's say, you've gone with a lender because they've got a better product than another lender, or maybe it's the only one you can access. Where's the incentive for it to be great? It's just not there. To go further than that, there's this interesting thing where it's like some of the bank systems seem to be like still paper-based, and then on another system is some are digital, and then on another system some are like a hybrid. So internally, and I think this is probably due to the size of the organization, is them changing internal processes being really difficult.
Yeah.
So there's just like carnage between it all.
People.
Yeah. And then the final one is just recognizing how small for example, how many people are getting home loans in trusts every month. So if you're going to improve a process, it's probably for first home buyers or for people that are just buying their own home, I should say more broadly, because that's where the volume of their work is. So it doesn't make sense to me for them to specialize in investors or trust lending or things like that, because it's like, well, that's a very small subset
Tiny
of
comparison.
their business anyway.
Do you think it'll stay this way?
I'm actually really hopeful there'll be big changes here. I think technology has come a long way. And please don't confuse what I'm about to say with crypto, but blockchain, I think, is going to make a significant improvement to a lot of process here. I really do. And I would like to believe with what's going on with AI, eventually, because the banks have so much information about you, is the idea that if you wanted to get approved for a loan, it could be much quicker than the back and forth we get now. Like, I actually can see the day where you would be able to like check your borrowing power on demand.
Totally.
You get up in the morning, check it from there. That's all good. And then settle a property in the blockchain. So it will get to that point where I would say, I don't want to say it's like buying a coffee, but closer to it is my prediction.
All right, fellow property investor. If you loved the value from this short video and wanted to know more about how you can win at property investing, check out the full episode by clicking the link on your screen or in the description right now. Alternatively, click subscribe and you'll never miss another one of these videos.